Oh my God. Oh, I can't. Oh no. Somebody stop this. The red salt is too strong. Look at it. It's infested my head. I can't.
Frittata! Honestly, guys, ever since Pokemon Company got their patenting rejected by Japan, I've just been glowing red with the abundance of Nintendo fanboy salt. It's good shit, trust me.
What is drugs?
I mean, the blue crystals that came from PlayStation fanboys were something. The green crystals from Xbox guys, PC Master Race, kind of hard to argue with them. But my God, I am glowing red with the salt of the Nintendo fanboys. I love it. I need a new drug. One that won't make me sick. One that won't make me crash my car. And, I forgot how the rest of the lyrics go. Anyway, as you recall, because I reported the news yesterday, if you weren't there for it, then what the hell? Subscribe. We're one of the best VTubers on this goddamn website, and you know it. And we're doing it with foot hair instead of anime titties, or, you know, the one that uses like the weird underage anime girl.
Whatever happened there?
All right then.
No, sir, we here at Tangle Plays believe in quality VTubing, and we're gonna give it to you. All right, anyway, like I was saying, it's been reported all over the news. We were the first to cover it, which is probably why our video is the biggest on it. And why so many people's attention has been driven by just how much I enjoy instigating Nintendo fanboys. Any single time Nintendo loses, any single time the Pokemon Company suffers, I will be there to report it for you because you deserve joy in life. You're beautiful, unlike Nintendo's graphics, which explains why the company wants to do bullshit like charge you to play Animal Crossing on your Switch 2 in native 4K. Whoop-de-doo, wow. But guess what? It's still 30 FPS.
Ha 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 ha! Dirty console gaming peasants!
Yeah, that's right. You can't get 60 FPS for Animal Crossing. Oh my God. Holy shit. Can you believe people actually support this company? All right, well, anyway, that's completely off topic. Anyway, unfortunately, today is not that day. Well, I mean, technically it is. If you stay throughout the whole video, I will be able to explain to you why this is a win. But that's gonna require attention from you, which, you know, according to my watch time, is pretty low. I gotta start doing more flashy things. Maybe I should bring on a broad with big ass titties to jiggle in front of you as I speak on top of a mount with a waterfall and koi fish jumping up it. Now, that'll catch your attention, won't it? Then you guys will listen to me. Okay, well, whatever. As we did secure a W over Nintendo and Pokemon just about a day ago, Nintendo's lawyers managed to secure a very small W for the company. As you can see here, Nintendo wins lawsuit against streamer of unreleased games. Defendant ordered to pay, $17,500? See, that's what I mean. 17,000? That's rather low for a company that has aimed to get people to pay them back so much money that their offspring and then their offspring's offspring have to continue paying off that debt throughout their entire generation. 17,000 is pennies in the world of Nintendo lawsuits. I wonder why. Nintendo has won a lawsuit against streamer Jesse Keenan, who was sued by the Japanese video game giant for allegedly streaming pirated games before they were released. Nintendo has also alleged that Keenan had taunted the company. Based!
Based? Based? Hello?
I love that! I taunt Nintendo too in my videos. I'm a big shit talker. I say as much as I can.
Nintendo is
bad.
I agree.
In the hopes that one day a Nintendo employee shares this video in their offices and they try to do something about it. So then that could become a poster boy of hate. Don't ever stop taunting Nintendo. With how much they want to taunt you with finally making sequels to projects you've waited 20 years for, I think it's fair for you to be able to taunt them with your money. Hold it above their heads. Dangle it if you gotta. Get them to say, horror shit, come here, mana prez. Claiming he sent a letter boasting that he has 1,000 burner channels stream from and can do this all day. Honestly, as intimidating as Nintendo's lawyers can be, it is true that if every single one of us was like this guy, there would legitimately be nothing Nintendo could do about it, which is why I'm surprised so many of you are chicken shit. Reality is, emulation is almost impossible to kill, no matter how much Nintendo keeps trying. If every single one of you had like 10 burner accounts, and day in, day out, you just taunted Nintendo, their solution would be to just outright ignore you. Because realistically, there isn't really that much money Nintendo is losing here. Like, they will be fine. They don't have to publish games for the next 40 years and they can sit on all that money. So don't feel bad about it. As a matter of fact, root for this guy, because that's hilarious. Outlet Torrent Freak reported that Keenan posted on Facebook, should have done more research on me. You might run a corporation. You run the streets. All right, I gotta lie. That's the most ghetto ass shit I've ever heard, but I like it. I like that this guy doesn't give a fuck. Anybody who doesn't show a single bit of fear towards Nintendo is based. Even their own fans show fear. Even their own fans are like, oh, if I don't buy this Nintendo product now, they might never make another Donkey Kong game. They might never make another Mario Kart game, like little pussy ass bitches. It's really strange what makes a Nintendo fanboy shiver in fear. I mean, what makes me shiver in fear is a lawsuit. By God, I mean, 17,000? That's really low. How the hell did you get away with it? And how in the world did you get to talk shit while you were at it? Impressive. Following the successful lawsuit, Colorado federal courts have ordered Keenan to pay $17,500 to Nintendo. The judge presiding over the case did reject 2 of Nintendo's permanent injunctions, however. Wait, what? These being related to the destruction of circumvention devices, as well as an injunction to apply to third parties who were involved alongside Keenan. You mean to tell me the judge shut down Nintendo's request to force this man to destroy his devices? That is based. That is ultra based. Oh my God.
Based? Based? Hello?
Dreams really do come true. Nintendo has been denied and deprived of the things that they desire most. How does that not bring you a big old smile? A big old Kool-Aid smile at that. If you didn't know, Nintendo requested that this guy burn and destroy his devices as a final measure to really shut down his piracy and spread of emulation. And the court said, nah, bruh, you can have your money, but you got no right to take his devices away. I love this. You have no idea how good this is. And to think there's actual gamers and fanboys out there who believe Nintendo should be able to have your devices destroyed and bricked. Courts are ruling in the favor of the consumer in that sense. Well, I mean, this guy isn't a consumer, he's a pirate, but they won't let Nintendo have their way. That is good news. Nintendo shouldn't be able to have your property destroyed because they lost potentially like $60. The absurdity of it, though. The fact that this company even requested that shows you how much vitriol and hatred they have towards emulation. And they were also trying to apply that same injunction to anybody who was involved with him. Anyone surrounded by him would have to have their devices destroyed? Insane! This company doesn't seek to stop emulation. They seek to stop people who believe in it. It's not so much the emulation, but the personalities and the individuals behind it. That is what pisses off Nintendo. What a huge waste of fucking money. Like, this is what this company does. This is why you're not gonna get a quality Metroid Prime 4. That's why Metroid Prime 4 looks like complete ass and 15 years outdated, because they didn't want to put a dime into that shit. But you know what they will put a dime into? Prosecuting one mofo over 17 grand and to destroy his devices. Like, this is the company you support. Look at their priorities and look at what you're defending. The judge deemed the request to destroy these circumvention devices unclear and unreasonable, because it is, due to the fact that Keenan used online emulation services. As for an injunction applicable to third parties, the judge rejected the proposal as Nintendo failed to specify who these third parties were. There was no third party, it was all speculation. Nintendo's lawyers did a terrible job. How much money did did you waste on this? Their end goal was to set an example and intimidate as many people as possible, and they failed. They spent millions to do this, and they failed. How does that not make you happy? I don't get Nintendo, guys. They want Nintendo to actively win cases like this. And all it does is result in emulation being destroyed. They don't believe in video game preservation. They believe in preserving Nintendo's ideals as a company. The $17,500 figure comes from a $10,000 fine for Keenan's latest infringement, the streaming of Mario Luigi Brotherhood, while the remaining $7,500 comes from 15 separate $500 fines for multiple previous violations of Nintendo's anti-piracy measures. While yeah, $17,000 is a small amount to pay to piss off Nintendo, because other mofos are out here paying like $5 million. This guy knew that he was gonna get off with what was nothing more than a slap on the wrist by legal standards and proceedings anyway. This latest development is an ongoing war waged by Nintendo against pirates. Not really pirates, let's be real, Nintendo's against emulation more than they are against pirates. A pirate, yeah, maybe a pirate will cost you 60 bucks. But emulation could cost you millions, because the idea is that Nintendo wants people to subscribe to their shitty ass online service where you can't own these games and you're only able to play them via subscription. And emulation gets in the way of that. I mean, granted, Nintendo's still gonna make a buttload of money, more than they'll ever need, and their greed is really the only reason they're doing this. But no, Nintendo's real enemy is emulation. They'll just never say it. It was only earlier this month when Nintendo announced its intent to sue a Reddit moderator accused of pirating games for $4.5 million. Nintendo previously updated its Nintendo account agreement, reserving the right to brick consoles in an attempt to curb piracy. Well, Nintendo Colorado basically said, you can't destroy people's property. They denied you from that. Just like Brazil said, you can't brick consoles. Cause fuck you. You got a problem with me emulating games? Fine. You want to destroy my own property? Suck a dick. See, this man technically lost in court, but he secured a W that's too big. But he actually low-key secured a W. $17,000 is such a small amount to pay. And he gets to keep his property. And he got to shit talk Nintendo. And you know the company is punching the air right now, because that's not good enough for them. And they got their patent rejected in Japan as they're trying to sue Palworld. Goddamn, get your ass to work, Nintendo. Get the fuck off other people's dicks, other developers' dicks. Go out there and make a game that shuts us haters up, because you ain't done shit. Donkey Kong Bonanza, you think that's gonna make me shut up? That looks like ass. Mario Kart, ass. Metroid Prime 4 looks like ass. What happened to the Nintendo who let the games do all the talking? They're like non-existent now. Either way, this W is perfect. We need more like this. This potential outcome, this being the punish for pirating Nintendo games, it feels so non-threatening, so unintimidating. Right now, Nintendo is dominating with the Switch 2. But legally in court, they are desperate for a W. They are securing the smallest of W's and taking the biggest of L's. That brings me joy. That's why I'm so red right now. All the Nintendo fanboys on Twitter are having a meltdown. They're also taking big victory laps because they think like 17 G's is gonna put this person out of commission. When in reality, that dude's gonna go right back to uploading Nintendo games online. For that very reason alone, he is my hero. Another day, another lawsuit. And you heard it first from here. I really don't have much more to contribute to this conversation. I just wanted to show you guys some salt. Show you how effective our campaign against Nintendo is. And never forget that there are people like this out there who legitimately root for a company like it's a baseball team. And that alone doesn't even make sense either. The only things I root for are my own bank account and for the suffering of the IRS. Those are the only two things you really should root for in life. Yourself and the downfall of the IRS. But if you want to root for billion-dollar companies, you're never gonna get anything out of it. Like, Nintendo fans can't win no matter how much they support the company. They legitimately do not get a single positive thing out of it. Look at Nintendo Prime. Look at all the Nintendo channels and how they're struggling. They're living during a time where trying to be positive about Nintendo ain't it, bruv, and that's good. I would say we're accomplishing a lot in a very short 12 months. So for that reason alone, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to. That being said, see you in the next one.
Free Congo sucks ass.